Thank you, Paul. So I'm James Blackwell, and my business, as I craftily standing beside my banner here, is JB Commercial Finance. You find when I say to someone, I'm a commercial finance broker, they look at me blankly. I say, what the hell is that? People understand what a residential mortgage broker is. They understand what an energy broker may be. When I say I work in commercial finance, and I've never failed to be amazed by how many people still don't really understand the business finance market, which is great for me, because it means I can hopefully explain it to them. As I said in my 45 seconds, what being a commercial finance broker is finding money for businesses. A sweet spot for me are businesses, and the customers I love dealing with are the customers who are looking to expand, looking to buy a premises, maybe £200,000–300,000. So nice businesses that are growing. They're still personal, so you're still dealing with the decision maker directly, but they're really full of optimism, they're looking to grow. So I worked for Lloyds Bank for 12 years as a corporate manager. I used to work with Stuart alongside me when he was a lot more fresh-faced than he is now. And I was a lot more fresh-faced than I was now. Didn't have any grey hair then, before kids. And I've always worked in commercial banking. So when I decided to leave the bank, it was obvious that I'd move into this kind of role, this kind of thing. It's why I do what I do. I do what I do because I believe I'm good at it, I've got a lot of experience at it, a lot of knowledge at it. But that's not really the why, is it? The why is because I really, really enjoy helping businesses. I alluded to it a couple of minutes ago. The key customer for me, the dream customer for me, is a customer trading business looking to grow. A lot of people who do what I do specialise in property, so I'll be commercial investors or people converting big properties into blocks of flats, whatever it may be. And you know what, that's great. I love that sort of business as well. But you know what, it doesn't get me out of bed in the mornings. It doesn't get most people out of bed in the mornings, just doing something that ticks over. I'm sure if you talk to one of the mortgage guys, they'd much rather take part in a juicy case that's a little bit more difficult to turn around, but once they've done it, it feels great. The third one is the most important, really, when it comes to explaining what I do. That's how. How do I do it? And this is the bit that still creates a lot of confusion when I get up and do my 45 seconds. Then I'll see someone 10 minutes later and I'll say, I didn't understand it. I don't understand how you do what you do. That's fair enough. The residential guys, I keep picking on them. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone wants to borrow money. They go to a bank or they talk to a broker and they want to borrow money for a residential property. So I want to buy £100,000 Roger or Stuart. I earn £30,000 a year. There are properties over £150,000. You're thinking, oh, this sounds good. Type it into your system. You click go, clean credit, and it brings up a list of options for you. It's fantastic. 10 mortgages there. You've got Nationwide there, you've got Halifax, you've got whoever these days, or some lenders you've never heard of, Tesco, Post Office, whoever it may be. Show the customer, which one of these do you like? Oh, that looks good. We'll apply for that one, brilliant, away you go. That's great. I'd love to have a system like that in commercial lending. And people have been trying to do that for about 10 years. It's never going to happen. We're doing. So I have relationships with around about 150 to 200 lenders. Direct lenders. So these will range from people you've all heard of, so Barclays, NatWest, Lloyds, the high street banks. I've got agencies of all those. Through to lenders some of you may have heard of. So some of you may have come across the likes of Aldermore, Shawbrook, Interbay, Cambridge and Counties. Through to lenders I'm pretty damn certain you won't have heard of, because they only deal with guys like me, real specialists. And what I have to do when I see a case, I have to apply my knowledge of the case to my knowledge of the lender and put the two together. There's no magic formula for doing it. It's a very labour-intensive process, and 100% relies on my knowledge and my experience of what the customer wants, managing it against what the lenders offer. So it's a very time-intensive process. A few examples of that, because I like examples. Examples brings things to life, don't they? Especially when the sector can be a little bit messy. I had a customer come to me late last year in a terrible mess. Couple in their late 50s, insolvent, losing money, been trading 2 years, turning at £3 million, didn't know where to go, and HMRC arrears, couldn't wind the business up for reasons I won't go into, needed to borrow £150,000 very quickly, had laughably been to their bank, who has clearly not even let them through the front door because of their position. I was able to secure a loan against their house based on the projections they were offering. So the financial performance did not demonstrate that they could afford to repay a debt. But they were able to put projections together. They were able to say, we're going to do this for this business. We're going to turn it around. And I was able to put that to a lender who only deal exclusively with guys like myself who are FCA authorised. and be able to do that deal. And that deal has saved that business. And that's a fantastic feeling for me. And the woman wrote me a testimonial, which is on my LinkedIn profile. I think it's on Facebook. I can't remember now. Certainly on my website. And it's really, really glowing. And you understand the work that went into that deal. It's a very, very labour-intensive deal. But it's a very great feeling when you help save someone's business.
2 minutes, James.
So the final thing I get asked an awful lot is, why use a broker? I can do it myself. I can go to every bank in town. I can get a better deal, so I don't have to pay your fee. And you know what? You can. You can. If you want to talk to 150 lenders and find out which one are going to help you, I've got no problem with that. Good luck to you. If your time is worth so little, that's absolutely fine. Experience and expertise. But the main thing at the moment, the thing I want to end on really, is the local experience and knowledge of having someone in the field. Banks at this moment in time are contracting. They're shrinking their frontline managers. They're putting everything out to a call centre, so it's very hard to get hold of someone. I'm local. I live in Leicester. I've got a mobile number. Any broker's the same. I'm not saying it's myself. And we're offering that local, personable service and the accountability which you get when you want to borrow money or you want to grow your business. That's what I feel I can offer. That's pretty much everything I want to say, and I've got a lot of choice really, so I have a 10-minute warning. Has anyone got any questions about either what I do or the presentation?